Now this is the new Quest 3S, a $400 limited Xbox edition, which according to Meta is the ultimate cloud gaming headset that lets you play your favorite pancake titles on a giant virtual screen. I'm not joking when I say you can play anywhere in the house. Yup, even while conquering planets from your porcelain throne. So I decided to purchase one at launch to reveal all its secrets, and I hope you're ready. It's a roller coaster of the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'll compare it to the Quest 3 and 3S to see how they stack up against each other, whether it comes with Halo or Minecraft VR, what mods are available, and if this bundle is just an overhyped marketing stunt or actually worth picking up for anyone new to VR or thinking about upgrading. In general, it's a miracle this Xbox headset even exists, considering Phil Spencer's attitude towards VR never being that positive. But with the company facing serious challenges, having to lay off loads of people and canceling big games, it seems like ignoring VR as a medium isn't really an option anymore. For Xbox, the Quest platform has become a vessel for Game Pass subscriptions, and for Meta, it's a useful distraction from the delayed Quest 4, injecting some new life into its current lineup. Anyways, let's start with what's in the box. Right away, this package feels far more premium compared to that of the standard 3 and 3S. Surprising, the back of the box does not seem to feature any iconic Xbox IPs you can play over Game Pass. Once opened, you can see everything is neatly packed, and first there's the headset itself that comes in 128 gigs of storage, finished in matte black with subtle neon green accents. A small Xbox logo sits on the side, cleverly filling in the space where the jack part used to be. The layout of the buttons, face cover, which I'm still not a fan of, and Fresnel lenses all match what we've seen before. The lenses have sparked a big discussion online, but more on that later. Putting the regular Quest 3S next to the Xbox One, you can see they have the exact same camera setup and dimensions. The big difference here is that the Xbox edition ships with an Elite strap by default. It's a welcome addition, but does have one weakness that makes me a bit nervous. The touch controllers follow a similar color scheme, the buttons and thumbsticks are dipped in green too, and even the safety straps carry that accent. Strangely, there is no Game Pass button, but to be fair, anyone would have required Meta to make a whole new controller, because when you put them side by side, they are the exact same. Still, it's amusing to see that the battery compartments include Duracells, whereas the standard Quests come with cheaper alternatives. The real star of the bundle here is the Xbox controller. It looks fantastic and works not only with the Quest, but also Xbox consoles, phones, and PCs. However, it doesn't come with a rechargeable battery, which is disappointing. It's wild how we've come full circle after almost 10 years. I remember unboxing my Oculus Rift CV1, which also came with an Xbox controller. I even remember them having plans to let you plug the headset into the Xbox console itself, but that never happened. So back to the present. There's paperwork, which includes instructions for setup and an invite to activate the included 3 months Game Pass trial. You'll also find a lens spacer and charging gear. Overall, a very tasteful design and proving that black headsets and controllers have not gotten out of fashion just yet. Leaving out all the extras, it's clear that this is just a Quest 3S with a special coat of paint. But putting it next to the 3, it's a total different story. Stay tuned! Just like the standard Quest headsets, the setup happens through the Horizon mobile app. If you're lucky, it will find the headset automatically, and from here you can start installing the latest software. In the meantime, you can learn more about how to activate the Game Pass Ultimate subscription and Meta's own Horizon Plus trial. You can then start creating a play space. It's pretty cool how your controllers reflect their new design in mixed reality. Sadly, the boundaries or grid have no Xbox theming to them and do not show up in green. Jokes aside, if you're mainly going to use the headset to play games in the cloud, a stationary boundary makes more sense anyways. It is a missed opportunity that there is no special environment though. A Minecraft, Gears of War, or Fable world would have been a perfect introduction to VR versus the usual Horizon cityscape. There's not even a special floating augment or outfit for your avatar. Something as simple as unlocking a Master Chief armor or a Forza race suit would have created an incentive for users to explore Horizon and added that extra layer of exclusivity. Having browsed through my library, I can tell you that this Quest does not come with Halo or Minecraft VR either. Of course, you do have the option to play the unofficial mod, or if you feel adventurous, you could try Halo Recruit. Next to the cloud gaming offering, it does let you play popular VR titles like Gorilla Tag and Batman. Plus, offers entertainment like movies and concerts. But actually, that's not the first thing you see when you boot up the headset. Once the setup is complete, you're first introduced to the Xbox Game Pass app, which comes pre-installed as the centerpiece of this whole bundle. You first get the option to redeem your subscription, something that sounds easy, but with Horizon OS's way of handling things becomes unnecessarily complicated. The fact the headset can't unlock your phone and the app taking ages to load is not the most consumer-friendly. On the positive side, the controller did immediately connect over Bluetooth, and I gotta say, after all the hassle, seeing your full Xbox Game Pass library in front of you is an exciting moment for sure. From here, it's simple. You can browse through all the titles and get information, screenshots or footage on what they're all about. After you made your choice, it takes about 30 seconds to a minute to load into the game. This is where the real fun starts. You can place your window wherever you like, adjust its size, curve the edges so it wraps around you, and dim your surroundings. I don't want to nitpick too much, but the app doesn't support ambient lighting, so you'll have to, well, use your imagination. Still, seeing your favorite game on a larger screen doesn't get any less impressive. It's really awesome. Before I forget, there is also an Xbox branded virtual environment, although it's not exclusive to this headset. While immersive, it feels empty. You can't switch between special themes, display your achievements, or invite other Quest users to share the space. A couch feature is the thing that I miss the most, as there is no anchor that shows you where you are in the space. What really blew my mind is that compared to the controllers, the Xbox Gamepad doesn't appear in virtual or mixed reality. Considering the branding, it's surprising they launched it in this state, since we know the Quest can track all kinds of devices, including keyboards. Talking about keyboards, you can use it to search for games, but there is a lot missing. Having used GeForce Now on Apple Vision Pro, I think Meta and Xbox should look at Vision OS's features, like manipulating windows using the controller mid-game. Currently, resizing the screen or navigating menus requires pausing the experience and using your hands or touch controllers. However, Bluetooth-wise, I had no issues. Each time I turned on the controller, the headset would automatically find it. The haptic feedback is what you expect from Xbox, it feels satisfying, responsive, and ergonomically is one of the nicest controllers out there. Performance-wise, it's solid, with smooth frame rates and smart resolution scaling that keeps the screen looking sharp with minimal artifacts. For me, the loading times are fast, and the app even lets you multitask, so you can watch videos or listen to music while gaming. Disappointingly, you can't do this inside the Xbox environment. Luckily, you can still utilize the ones Meta made, so that kinda makes up for it, and I love when a game matches the actual vibe. Immersing yourself inside VR, playing your favorite games on a giant screen is probably one of the most special things you can do. Single-player titles have a low input delay, but online multiplayers are still prone to latency. You want to make sure your network setup can consistently support stable cloud gaming performance, because otherwise, this Xbox bundle is not for you. Even if you do have what it takes, you do need to be aware that Quest's operating system continues to be a buggy mess, making it difficult sometimes to get access to your pass. When the stars are aligned, all the base features you need are available. You can call your friend, create a party, and connect to your console over remote play. I have not been able to test this as none of my friends own an Xbox, but definitely a feature that should be advertised more. All in all, the app is still more of a fancy web browser than anything else, and doesn't seem it got a big update to go along with the launch of the new headset, which raises some questions. It's been in beta for a while now, but its roadmap remains unknown, making me wonder how long Microsoft is willing to support it. Talking about visuals, the big elephant in the room are the Fresnel lenses. They're just not ideal for playing games on a large virtual screen. The image clarity is lacking, the sweet spot is small, and there's noticeable distortion. It's good to be aware that besides the big difference in lenses, this Xbox headset has a hard time competing with the Quest 3, which is less front-heavy due to a slimmer front. It has an actual jack port for headphones, a smooth IPD slider that can be adjusted from the outside, it has a sensor that automatically turns on the headset, a wireless charging option, and a depth sensor in the front. Only in the comfort department, the 3S beats it, as it doesn't have a soft strap. The community has fairly pointed out that the Quest 3, with its pancake lenses and superior design, would have made more sense for this bundle. Meta has always said it's their best headset in the lineup as well, so seeing them promote the 3S as the ultimate gaming combo feels a bit off. But from a marketing standpoint, you can't blame them. The Quest 3S hits a more accessible price point, which helps us sell the bundle to newcomers. After all, the target audience of this Xbox headset isn't VR veterans, but those who are curious to explore the space for the first time. Alright, let's talk comfort. People have been asking for a better default strap for years, and now we're finally getting one right out of the box. This shows that Meta sees the Elite strap as more of a luxury item than a must-have. Thing is, comfort really matters if you want people to keep using the headset, so making it standard across the entire lineup would make a big difference. If you didn't notice already, this is the standard Elite strap that doesn't come with an inbuilt battery. The Quest has a runtime of around 2.5 hours, which should be enough for casual players, but hardcore users may want to look elsewhere. Even though this strap is super comfy, I'm still cautious. The second-gen straps have a history of snapping over time, and it might be difficult to find a replacement later on. Personally, I would have teamed up with Bobo VR for a black design. Their accessories are higher quality, often come with hot swappable batteries, and just last longer. Same deal with the default face cover. It's decent quality, but a collab with VR cover would have taken the comfort up a notch. With all the cloud gaming buzz, it's easy to forget this headset still runs native VR games, and that's where it truly shines. The touch controllers are quick, snappy, and track really well. Sure, throwing in the Quest Pro controllers would have added better haptics, but also a higher price tag. And let's be real, the average buyer probably wouldn't even notice. So yeah, the included ones are totally solid. Mix that in with the excellent hand tracking capabilities during day and nighttime, and you got yourself a killer combination. So to wrap this review up, the Quest 3S Xbox Edition is a really cool collab that many years ago would have sounded impossible, and hopefully will not be the last. Special editions like this are a great way to reach gamers who might not be into VR yet, but love the idea of playing their favorite games on a massive virtual screen. We all know VR gaming has been hit or miss. Quality titles come and go, and even some big-name games flop when it comes to sales. The core crowd is still mostly kids playing free-to-play experiences, so Meta clearly wants more variety in their user base. So this headset could attract more teens and young adults who already game on consoles and are curious about cloud streaming in VR. The hope is that it pulls in new users that over time get interested in immersive games like Batman Arkham Shadow or Assassin's Creed Nexus, and maybe even Meta's future hardware such as glasses. It also fits perfectly with Xbox's plan of selling as much Game Pass subscriptions as possible. Honestly, it wouldn't be surprising to see more reruns of this limited edition down the line, or maybe even a full-on Xbox VR game port funded by Meta. So if you're new to VR or just a huge Xbox fan, this could be a great bundle to consider, especially if you already are into cloud gaming and want to start out with a better head strap. If you don't have that much cash to burn, a regular Quest 3S is still a great purchase, but does mean you have to find a way to upgrade the comfort later. In case budget isn't a deal breaker and you want the full experience, the Quest 3 with its pancake lenses is still the king of the hill. But again, means you need to score yourself an Xbox controller and comfy strap. Either way, you're getting good value across the board. The Quest is a cloud gaming device, a PC VR option, and a solid standalone headset. I want to thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this Xbox Edition headset, and if you want to buy yourself a Quest, then check out the links in the description below. Until next time, and bye bye for now. See you!